Hello everyone, it's your Stogie sister coming back at you with another review and discussion. Today we are not trying cigars, we are going to review cigar cutters, specifically by Xikar. We're going to compare two different Xikar cutters, and even more specifically than just Xikar cutters, we're going into the Xi series of cutters, which is sort of like their original model of cutters. So inside every box, you're going to get a cutter. This is the Xi2 edition. It has the round knob to open up the blades. It has a composite body and stainless steel blades. Now what I like about this cutter, besides that awesome sound when you open and close it, I like how little or much I can take off of a cigar with this particular cutter, because it is a through hole. You can cut off as much as you want. And you may be saying, why would you want to do that? And I'll tell you, you're going to sometimes get a cigar that has burn issues, and no matter how many times you light it, it's just going to want to go out, or it's tunneling, giving you problems, and you want to cut off the end of your cigar. You come through, cut where you need to cut it at. Of course, you hold it on the cap. That is the biggest pro with this style of cutter. It can cut up to a 60 ring gauge, and honestly, why would you want to smoke anything larger than that? At least I don't. These blades, with like medium heavy usage, last you about 10 years before you want to get them sharpened. By doing that, you can send it back to the company. So let's go ahead and take a little off the cap. I'm just going to take off this pigtail. Nice clean cut. The con with this style of cutter is you can cut off your finger if you're not being careful. I have known people that this has happened to. What they do is they line up their cigar, and you may see me sometimes from time to time use this bottom hand to guide it to where I want it, and then I'll remove it and pinch it closed. Somehow they are catching one of their fingers in the cutter and cutting it. Another issue that's a con with the composite cutter is that the graphics of any cigar company that happens to brand these and sell them starts to come off. They're almost like a sticker. So you can see the jagged edges of it's not a paint job, it's actually like a sticker on this composite. And that's just from regular usage and a couple of drops. So the graphics are on here pretty delicately with a composite cutter. Other than that, the only thing you might have that could be a con, and I say could because it doesn't happen very often. I think it's happened once in all the existence of me using an X series cutter, is I have stuck it in my pocket, and somehow, just with sitting down or moving, the knob got depressed and the blades came out. Now that's a con, so you're going to want to be careful about that. Other than that, it does have a good amount of tension. I do know some people who've taken apart an X1 cutter before and has put it back together. I have never attempted to take any of the X series cutters apart. That's just not what I'm going to do. I'll probably send it back in to get work done if I need that. Alright, we're moving on to XI120. The XI120 also comes with the same series of boxes. This is an aluminum body with stainless steel blades, and you can see it has an oblong knob here to depress the blades to get them out. Now the biggest difference you're going to notice is right where the cigar goes to cut is a back plate. So in a way this is like a perfect cutter, meaning that doesn't matter how far you put your cigar in, you're not going to cut it past the point of where it's going to start to unravel with you. Plus, all of the trimmings are inside enclosed in this cigar cutter now. And to get them out, you open it, whoop, they fall all out just like that. This is a sweet cutter. This is actually Cigar Dojo's branded cutter. I don't think Xikar actually makes these for other companies to sell anymore, but they still have just the plain different colored versions of Xikar on their website. Otherwise it works exactly the same, holding up to a, or should I say cutting up to a 60 ring gauge cigar. But of course a con for me is I can't put this cigar in as far as I want and cut off the end if I need to, right? Because it's going to have that back plate, it's going to stop it from happening. The other difference of this is just a little bit heavier than the composite, but not by a lot. At least it feels like it to me. And then you can see that there's little rivets in the side of the cutter. That's another difference between the metal versions and the composite body versions. Another thing I like about this particular cutter, aside from it being all metal and having that back plate, is that the graphics on here are actually laser etched. So if I drop it, it's not going to come off. Now I may be able to scrape it and dent it and stuff like that, but it's not going to just come off like it does with a composite cutter. Now that's just in my experiences. I know other people who have the composite cutter who haven't had any issues with their graphics, probably because they're a lot more careful with their cutters than I am. I just move around a lot and sometimes things fall. There's a side-by-side comparison. The composite cutter is just a smidge longer than the 120. Otherwise, they operate exactly the same. And like I say, I get 10 years of good usage out of these before I need to sharpen them back up. So just to refresh, XI2 cutter, composite body, stainless steel. XI120 cutter, aluminum body, stainless steel blades. Also the X1 cutter, which looks a lot like this, it just doesn't have that back plate, aluminum body, stainless steel blades. I'm not sponsored by any of the companies shown here or Xikar itself. I just wanted you to know what you're going to get if you're looking into an XI cutter. Alright guys, let me know what your favorite cutter is. If you've tried, especially this 121, I'm interested in that. Let me know what you think of it. Just about everybody has used an XI2 or 1 before. So let me know your thoughts down below. And thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. Till next time, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and take care of your neighbors.